Make sure it's up here. Let me pull up YouTube on my iPad here. See if it's working. Yep, awesome. I can see. Hello, everyone. Just a heads up. Tara so far is a no-show. So I have some ideas today since y'all are here, and we can either do an open chair debate, or I can have people come up into the stream by clicking the link that is pinned in the YouTube chat, and we can just talk. We can talk about anything. Y'all are more than welcome to join. And to be up here, you do not need to show your face if you don't want to. So just a heads up. How is everyone doing today? How are you doing, Ash?
Doing good. And you?
Doing well.
Good.
Yeah.
Recovering.
I'm hoping Tara shows up, but so far it looks like it's a no-show again.
Wow.
I wonder why. Yeah.
What is she afraid of?
Probably of losing. She's the one that challenged me to this debate, so I don't know why they'd be so afraid. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But yeah. Hello, how you doing? No, Sarah, Tara never got back in touch with me. I messaged out earlier today, within like a little bit, like an hour and a few minutes. I messaged out earlier today.
Hold on real quick.
Within like a little bit, like an hour and a few minutes. I messaged out.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So far, nothing. I confirmed a few days ago that Tara would be here, and Tara confirmed that they would be here. So for those of you who are just joining in, we are going to do an open chair debate, or we can just have people come up into the stream and we can just chit chat. It's up to y'all. I'm feeling much better, Sarah, but I'm still feeling sick. I'm not 100% yet. Yeah, and Babel, I'm really surprised Tara didn't show. I don't know. I think maybe in Tara's mind that maybe they think that I'm gonna be super pissed. No, I'm not. I get to chat with y'all. Y'all can come in here, and we can get to know each other, or we can just have an open chair debate where someone pretends to be Tara, and we just debate back and forth. It can be fun. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it. Greedy Foundation. Tara has probably gone to the restroom. I don't know. I have so many things I could say about that right now. Yeah.
She's gonna go fight with somebody in the bathroom.
So everyone in chat, tell me how y'all are doing. What's new with y'all? Oop, I see someone here that's ready to pop up, Ash.
Okay.
And oh, I know who that is.
Yeah, I think I know that person.
Yeah. Do you want to unmute your mic?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Great. Did you watch the first Tara Ash interview / debate? Y'all are both muted. Oh, that's because y'all. Okay, now I understand. Alrighty.
I watched the first debate.
Maybe they got in a fight on the way. This is funny. Look at this one. Babel said, "Laugh out loud, grief." Maybe they got in a fight on the way, so maybe they got an altercation. You know, because Tara's really threatening, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Women at Capitol Hill, yes. People got arrested, like 15 of them. One of them was Chelsea Manning. Did you know that? One of the people arrested at the Capitol during the bathroom protest was actually Chelsea Manning.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you put that in there.
Yeah. That's probably I was really worried about posting that one. I saw that clip on another YouTuber streams. And I was like, that's a little bit more graphic than I went to, but I felt like I had to. So, all right. Does one of y'all?
You know, with what happened at the Capitol, they, I know a lot of people don't agree with Sarah McBride, but I think what she did was right. Um, because she's there to do her job.
Yeah,
It's not about the bathroom for her. It's about doing her job, what she got elected to do.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I agree with her. I do.
The way that I see it, some people are like, yeah, like we need to fight for the bathrooms and everything like that, but Sarah McBride is there for all of the people of Delaware, and there's a lot bigger things going on than where you can go to the bathroom. Let's say like in the Capitol building or whatever. There's a lot bigger issues, and Nancy Mace literally wanted like a response like that just happened but however from Sarah McBride, just to keep a pushing. But you see, you see, you see,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I honestly, Sarah asked, why do you think Chelsea was dressed kind of masculine? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. All right, justice for Daniel Penny. Do you know who Daniel Penny is?
no.
No. I don't know who Daniel Penny is. Let me go ahead and Google this really fast. Oh, apparently someone at the case. Mr. Penny faces two charges over the killing of 30-year-old Jordan Neely on a subway in May of 2023. Okay. Yes, Voices with Vicky. So far, a no-show. However, you're more than welcome to come into this stream. You can click the link at the top. I pinned it. And I would love to do an open chair debate where someone pretends to be Tara. And we can just have fun, or we can just chit chat. Um, hey there, True Conservative. How you doing? Let me see. Here's a good question. I'll let you answer this one. Can you see that on the screen? This is, why does Tara care about restroom? I thought she's always wearing a diaper. Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. Tara's got a diaper thing.
What? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. And apparently doesn't care because I asked them like, why don't you delete your old socials? Everyone can see it. Couldn't care less.
Damn. Yeah, I
Alrighty.
did. That's something I didn't know.
Yeah, and Tara's wants to run for office. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out.
She's not gonna win.
Yeah. So, oh, by the way, later on, Buck Angel actually emailed me and gave me a message to give to Tara. So I'm gonna wait for Tara to get here. Maybe get here, but I'll definitely say it before I end the stream.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, so here's some more information on that Daniel Penny guy. This is protecting himself and passengers. The man was threatening to kill them. The man has previous convictions of trying to kidnap a 7-year-old girl. Wow. And
Wow.
breaking a woman's nose on the subway. Wow, that's crazy.
That is
Yeah, it
crazy.
is. Yeah. Oh. So, did you watch the entire first debate we had, Ash?
I watched some of it. I need to sit down and watch it all. So,
Yeah.
of course, since I've been recovering, I haven't had time to really
Mm-hmm.
well that and doing my own streams.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really had a chance to watch it. I watched some of it and it was good. Um, I mean, she's just I don't know about Tara. I don't. Um, what she's doing, a lot of it is wrong. She needs to
Mm-hmm.
understand what she's doing is she's not helping the community. She's hurting the community.
Absolutely. I keep on seeing, I want to address this one thing. Voices of Vicky, I love Buck so much. And yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully one day I will be noticed enough that I can actually have a live stream with him. I pray. Buck, if you're watching this, please make my wishes come true. Yeah.
well,
But yeah,
Buck Angel just like I do, and I can almost guarantee
mhm.
he'll do it for you.
Sorry.
I'm almost sure he would do it for you.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
didn't
Buck.
get to the last. I didn't catch the last part.
I said you know him just as well as I do,
Hmm.
and I think he would do it. I really do. I don't
Hmm.
think he would have a problem at all doing a live stream with you.
Yeah. So, I love Buck. He's the role model for me. So,
Yeah.
oh, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Voices with Vicky said I'll tell him. I forgot that you were in contact with him. Alrighty. I would absolutely love this. Yes, Trampaw. I love Trampaw. I agree. Buck Angel is awesome. I think he'd stream with you. I'd absolutely love it. Yeah, and Tara hates Buck. I remember Tara actually called Buck a coward. So
What?
yeah.
Oh my!
Um, let
She
me
called.
see if I can. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find. Oh, here we go. Um, hello there.
Hey, what's up, Cassie?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing good. Thank you for coming by my live stream the other day.
I'm sorry.
I said thank you for coming by my live stream the other day. I hope your mom had a good birthday.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. I'm actually with my mom right now, and I took some time away for this debate. So
Oh,
yeah, yep. I'm about to pull up something, some old one post that Tara said about Buck. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see.
hello, Ash.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. How you doing?
Doing good, thanks.
Let me see.
What are you
Uh,
talking about?
just ignore me while I find these pictures.
Sure, love. Yeah.
I find it kind of funny, you two, that Tara didn't show up again. Isn't that weird?
You
Yeah.
know, I really didn't know who Tara was, and I seen it. Especially that one video. But me and Cassie were talking, and when we were in Charlottesville last week, and she told me, and I was like, hmm. And then I started looking at some of her videos, and I was like, okay, yeah, now I really get it. So I was surprised she didn't show either.
Well, I'm not surprised. Tara's kind of a coward. It tends to be that if she's going to debate somebody, it has to be on her grounds and her grounds only with her rules.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can y'all see this right here? So this is one post right here. There was one about like, what about the children who die by suicide from being denied affirming options? There's no perfect solution that will work for everyone. Every individual has a different story. Some are successful and some are not. It feels like black and white thinking on either side. This was a post from someone else, and then Buck replied, and then Tara replied. And Buck said, "How many, in quotes, kids, in quote, have died from suicide? Suicidal ideation is an actual thing many people get." And Tara would actually know about this because I've seen those posts that they had of this. And but there are no stats on kids committing suicide for not receiving blockers or hormones. Now, D-trans people, have you seen the stats on that? So, and then the next one, give me 1 second.
Sure.
And then this would be Tara's response. Let me find it.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. And Tara's response is so long, I couldn't even get the whole thing.
Jeez.
So, because I had to go
Probably
back.
just name calling.
Yeah, I had to go back in time and get it. And I got this actually from Tara's old Facebook. Oh, that's still up and running. So,
It was on her Facebook.
yeah.
Oh, you have to send it me. I really want to read it.
Mm, here we go. So, and this is the response. Chat, I'll get with y'all in 1 second. It says, bullshit, Buck. You and your brain dead grifting friend Blair, like Blair White, um, pick and choose their narrative from the very same people you idolize. That you want. Sorry, this is really small. I'm on my laptop. It's a small screen. Idolize that want you and the rest of us dead. That's pretty extreme statement right there. You are a coward and refuse to admit when you are wrong, just like Blair. Silence those who call you out legitimately with encapsulated facts. A simple Google search is all it takes. A simple Google search is all it takes, but if it doesn't come from Blair or her merry band of devolved specimens, you don't give a fuck. I can't even finish this.
Well, and here's the quickest question and answer. Does TJ know what facts are? Not a damn clue. Does
Yeah.
TJ care about facts? No. Does TJ use her fifis more? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's all TJ's been known about is getting into their fifis.
Yeah. The married two nailed it. Wow, Alex Gunter ran from me. Tara runs from you. Yep. Yep, they sure do, Mary. They sure do. Let's see if I missed on some of these. Alrighty. She's like
a zombie.
look at this. She's like every other trans right activist. Lol. Now, let me see. Any interest in talking about Keith, Mina, Caputo's detransition? I saw Keith's live stream with Buck. That was a good one. I don't know that much about this person to be able to like have a whole talk. You're more than welcome to come up here and educate me on this person. It's a story that seems to be gaining traction at a time when people seem more open to hearing voices of caution. Yes, and I think we need more people to speak up because right now we have a lot of people that are like, no, you know what? Detransitions are not a thing. They are a thing. And my personal opinion, and I think it's a lot of people's opinions, is that you need to listen to the people who have had their experiences go wrong so you can understand how to make the whole process better. You can't
Yeah.
just like shove them on the side and tell them no, they weren't trans or they don't matter. That's not the good way to do it. So
I think that, sure, you can say you have experiences, but honestly, there are bad transition experiences. There are doctors
mhm,
that will botch it or have allegedly been known to botch it, like
mhm,
Botox.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
Botox you can easily botch if you're not careful or you have the right doctor. Anything
mhm,
can and will possibly or potentially could go wrong, but not meaning that it would 100% of the time, but it could. It's a possibility.
mhm, mhm, yeah. Ah.
Where's Tara? I wanna argue with that little
Tara is a
pipsqueak.
no-show, so no message. And Babla, thank you. You just reminded me. Obviously, if you are chatting in this chat, you are subscribed because I made it mandatory. However, today is actually my 1 month of starting my YouTube channel. And last I checked, I'm at 92 subs. I'd really love to get 100 subs by the end of the night, by the end of the stream. I would really appreciate it. So if you're watching this and not chatting, please hit that subscribe button. I would love you forever.
Yeah.
So, hey, and I don't know how to verbally speak here this, but hey XX. All right. So yeah, let me see. I'm new to here.
Yeah.
I'm new to Keith and Mina's story too, but it's intriguing. It's like he slash she did a complete 180, and after years of living as a woman, as an adult. Sorry, I wish I knew more. It's good. Um, I'm at 90. I'm at 94 right now. I just need 6 more to make my goal. So, would y'all like to do an open debate?
I'm
Who,
down.
who wants to be Tara, or should I be Tara,
Oh no. Oh God.
or should I be Tara? I don't think
No.
we
Play
have good
play
representation
Tara. I'll
here.
I'll I'll debate you. I'll let you play Tara. I want to see this.
Are you going to be Tara or Tara?
You're Tara. Oh,
Oh
I
God.
can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't imitate the ugliness. Not saying you could, but I mean, I'm not
I don't
professionally
know.
trained.
I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or if I should
I'm
be
not saying
offended.
you could. I'm just saying Tara's just a bad. She can't argue her shit. You could probably do better than she could. So you'd bring good hard questions to the topic.
Okay. Do you know questions to ask?
Tara, why do you threaten people? Why do you feel like you have to be entitled? Why is it that you feel like that your rights, which are not being taken away from any trans community, are, And what is the whole you pretending that you didn't stab your sister with a knife and you going around using weapons, being known as an alleged terrorist have to do with trans right activism? I don't understand none of it.
Wow, that's a loaded question. Well, I never stabbed my sister.
Bullshit, but
It was
okay.
just it was a sibling rivalry. It wasn't a
Okay.
stab. It was just a poke. And
Okay.
I am only matching the energy that I was given, and I'm defending my community.
Your community.
And I dare them to stop me. I dare them to stop me. And those for who
Okay.
are clipping this, I'm pretending to be Tara. If someone clips this in the future.
All right. Hold on, Tara, for a sec. You say your community. First of
Yeah.
all, isn't Ash allegedly part of that community? Isn't
Yeah.
Cassie part of that community? So what right do you have to say that it's your community when it belongs to all of the LGBTQIA plus communities?
Hmm.
So what you're doing and what it sounds like to me is you're weaponizing your own community for your own personal gain. Is that what I'm hearing there, Tara?
But I got a lot of people that are messaging me privately and liking my posts, and I know I have a community.
Sure, you have a community that is what's called a public figure community that is on your social media, but LGBTQ, from what I believe, doesn't belong to one person. It belongs to every single person that is, whether they're in the queer part of the community or
Hmm.
whatever, it belongs
Hmm.
to all of them. I, as a
Hmm.
straight guy, don't think that you have any right to say that it just belongs to you. I think you're taken again away from the fact that you're weaponizing your own community. Therefore, it shows that what you're doing is not only demonizing, weaponizing, and being very condescending about your stance, but it shows how very disgruntled you are. Sure, understandably, that you have a right to be pissed when people threaten you, but you have no right to threaten back, Tara. Change
I'm
my
having a hard
mind.
time. I'm
I'm
having a hard
Charlie Kirk. Change my mind.
time. Change. Well, they did it first. Sorry, they did it first. I got a community. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
You can do
And
whatever you
if you have
want.
a problem with it, you're a fascist. You're a Nazi.
Okay. Great. Thank you for complimenting me, Tara. I love that you complimented me calling me a fascist, which, number one, let's look in the Webster dictionary of what fascism is, and we can probably see you first front and center on that page because you sound like a fascist. Second of all, your your page, your rights. So okay, Tara, I have been on 24 platforms, probably more than you've probably ever had dick in your life. No offense, all offense are meaningful. You probably don't know anything about what's called legality issues. So I take
Mhm.
that as you're obviously one, don't realize that you can't go threaten people.
I wasn't threatening. I never told someone to pull the trigger.
Telling somebody that you're going to hurt them or that you dare them to stop them is considered a threat. Do I have to
But
go
but
through
but
legality
but
issues?
but 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 I
There's no
received
buts.
I
Nobody wants
received
to
a
see your
death threat.
butt.
They said to LR to the head. That's a death threat. So I had to stand up for my community.
Okay, first of all, Tara, understandably, you could have done something maybe a little bit different instead of being a little pretentious and trying to be
Mhm.
confrontational. You could have maybe write an IC3 report to the FBI. I mean, holy shit, Tara, you're obviously not as stupid as you want us to pretend you are. But god damn, Tara, I for one would never have the balls to threaten somebody online like you did.
I gotta break face here. I can't actually keep face, but never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Something about balls. Just use your imagination. Anyway, so yeah. I honestly, I'm having a hard time actually debating with Terra Logic. So, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Man.
Yeah. Your responses are very loaded. You know, it's funny. Whenever I talk to Tara in the past, and you come up, Tara always likes to say that you're. I don't want to get flagged on this, but they use the R word for you and call you like an autistic, and they would wipe your ass in a debate. I don't think so. Based on what you just said, I don't think they would even stand a chance with you in a debate. So. Where'd you go, True Conservative? Good, yeah. Ash, imagine someone clipping this and taking out all the parts where I say I'm pretending to be Tara,
Oh
and
yeah.
it went viral.
Oh no joke,
and
man.
me having all these things, uh, and me just laughing about it the whole time, yeah.
No.
And Miss Kira said, "Yeah, Cassie's too nice to be Tara." Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Yo, why did
Uh,
she claim it to be her community? I thought it
I
was
don't know.
all of our community.
You know what's funny? Even when Tara was like, I'm getting so many likes on my posts and this, and I went back through the post and they were like 2 likes.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's such a big community there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh god. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, my video on TikTok today got flagged and deleted off of TikTok. The one where it was actually, hey, Tara's actually here. Look at that. So
Oh.
everyone, Tara's actually here.
Me
Hey,
and my
Tara.
girlfriends have been laughing at you.
Sorry.
Me and my girlfriends have been laughing at you the entire time.
Sorry.
We've been laughing at you the entire time.
Who is this?
The FBI is watching this stream right now, and I've made several reports.
Very funny. I've never said anything about that would flag the FBI, but nice one.
What about my diaper?
What about it? It's public information. I don't even need to be logged in for it.
Well, stop looking at it.
Huh?
Stop looking at it.
I'm not looking at it.
Whatever.
This isn't Tara, by the way. I know that. That's not Tara. That was
And
just
if
someone putting the name up there and putting a little. Is it Tara? And then it had like a toilet, and that's not Tara's voice.
and I was gonna say, why would the FBI be looking at it?
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Give me a break.
Hi, FBI. Lock me up, okay?
You can come knocking on my door.
By the way, the FBI would not come on my stream and tell me, oh, we're looking at your stream. They would just show up at the house that I'm at, okay, and just bang down the door or something like that. So,
Exactly.
good job. Yeah. So that was funny. Let's bring up the conservative again.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Sorry,
You ran
my phone
away.
died.
Oh,
No, my
now
phone
I
died.
am. Now I understand. You were pretending to be Tara. Okay, now that makes more sense.
Right.
I was just like, oh, Tara's here. I was like, yes.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah,
no.
Like, oh my
but-
god, you're such a racist. Like, oh my god, oink. No, that's how she sounds to me. Like, oh my god, you're a fashion pig. Like, oink, look at me. I'm so much more fatter than you. Oh my god.
And why are you looking at my diaper? Oh my god. Shit, what the fuck?
Well, like, what are you talking about with the diapers and the FBI? Like, oh my god, leave me alone. It's Christmas. I'm baking gay Christmas cookies, you fascist pigs.
I love this new comment here. Tara's FBI. It's food, beverages, imagination.
Oh my god, I love that.
Oh my god! I normally never make fun of people, but I'm going to make an exception for Tara.
Yeah.
Because Tara has harmed so many people, and made the community look so horrible that I feel like I shouldn't really care.
You know, Tara, when
And me
it's
caring
really
and making fun
sad,
of someone is not actually going to harm them. So
it's really sad, Tara, that you run away. Even you ran from me multiple times on my TikTok account, and she ran either for a diaper change or she just ran because she heard Trump was getting elected and decided, "Fuck, I'm running." It must have been diaper change time for her and her girlfriends or whoever the hell. I don't know what the hell they identify as anymore.
mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see if I can find a TikTok from Lindsay. I remember talking about it last time. Just pretend I'm not here for a second. Let me find it really fast. I'm not at home on my desktop, so I don't have all of my files with me.
Diapers need to be more inclusive. Oh dear Lord.
mm,
So diapers are not inclusive now. Dear God.
No, they're not.
Oh wait, what, did someone say something about diapers being inclusive? Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Diapers need to be more inclusive. I don't know how they can be any more inclusive than they already are.
I don't.
That's an interesting one.
You got me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Tara's FBI is this is a hilarious one. Tara's FBI, fat bastard idiot. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I should feel sad for Tara's life that he has chosen for himself, but at the same time, the old Southern slang goes: "You make your bed, you gotta lie in it. You weep what you
Mm-hmm.
sow."
Yep.
And
Tara says the same line. You reap what you sow.
well,
So
Tara, you can't throw it back at us
yeah. So
because
should I go ahead and say what Buck Angel said to
oh
said they
hell
were
Yes.
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I reached out to Buck Angel and Buck Angel actually responded to me. And because like Tara thinks that Buck is a coward and everything like that, and Buck is not a coward, by the way.
No.
But Buck said some things, and I'm not going to say everything that's in this email because I was not given permission to do so. But there's one thing in this email that Buck actually said to share, and Buck Angel said, uh, told me to be careful, and also to tell Tara that he is a fucking disgusting groomer and will be taken down by law enforcement sooner than later. End quote. So, yep. So there you go. You got your answer, Tara. Straight from Buck. Alrighty.
Yeah. And I can imagine what she would say to that.
Okay, gotcha. I did not realize it was a Josh Sider reference to bicycles for those who follow the SGA. I didn't follow it. So, hey, Nurse Allie, how you doing?
Well, here's the biggest question. Since Tara has threatened before numerous times, you would think that the FBI is already watching her.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Which,
she had posted something.
go ahead.
I can't remember. I think it was last week or week before last
Mhm.
that she had gotten in trouble with the police again or some crap. I'm like,
Probably.
well, that's what
Yeah.
you get for doing what you're doing. So what the hell?
Well, and I know that you get. I'm sure Cassie has paid a lot of attention. And by the way, I didn't know Cassie had a second channel until now. I realized,
Sorry.
but I didn't realize you had your gaming channel. I didn't know you were a video gamer.
That was originally my private channel, and then I made this channel with an idea to do YouTube like in 2020, and then COVID happened, and then things got really crazy, and then I decided to not do it, and I was really worried about things because of the landscape, and there was a whole bunch of other things. And then when I actually saw like Blair White, I talked to Blair White personally and about like doing YouTube and all this other stuff, and then her advice and got me to start and not be so worried about like having like the backlash and all these crazy online people coming after me. It's just like just have some tough skin. It's gonna happen. You're probably gonna lose some friends, but you're gonna gain so much more in the long run. So
Well, and
yeah.
that goes to show what I kind of talked about, and you've probably seen a lot of my posts that FBI do watch.
they don't have to present themselves. What they will most likely do is they'll sit monitor until they see something that you have said or done that could possibly potentially be taken for purposes of safety here, illegal in that terminology, or not right.
I am never going to knowingly say something that I know is not correct, unless I might make a joke that is incorrect, but I'm never going to make it off as if that is the actual thing that happened. I'm going to try to make sure that people understand, like, hey, this is a joke and this is not real reality. And people want to go back and take segments of that and then and make up some message that I said something out of context. So be it. I'm going to have the full clips anyway. And then I can be like, bam, 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 bam. So shut the hell up. But yeah. But here we have someone who knows, I think, knows Tara better than anyone else. So hello. How are you, darling?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. It's good to finally hear your voice.
Hi.
So Tara was actually a no-show. I'm actually not surprised. This is the second time.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either.
Yeah. Tara is all bark and no bite. So yeah.
In certain instances, yeah.
Yeah. So I just hope that Tara didn't have like some medical emergency, but other than that, like it's whatever.
Oh no, it was.
Yeah.
He'll come up with some other excuse.
Yeah.
So, Ali, could I ask you what is your connection with Thomas?
Unfortunately, I am his sister.
You do have my sympathy, my utmost 100% sympathy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I heard you talked with some people, and Cassie played that one clip about what Thomas did to you. And when I heard Cassie playing it, I was just, me and Cassie, I'm sure both were astonished with how bad Thomas treated you.
Yeah. A lot of people were astonished. Even my own therapist. And I've been going to therapy for 2 years now to get over, the treatment and the hope of he will come to the realization that, he did do wrong. He did abuse me. It wasn't just sibling rivalry. It was abuse. And he's got issues he needs to work out himself. But being a narcissist 99% of the time will never admit their faults and their wrongdoings because they don't want to look bad. They will always come up with an excuse, downplay what they did, and gaslight the victims.
Yeah.
Right. And you should have seen Cassie's beautiful pretend achievement that should get an award.
I cannot stoop to Tara's level and keep a straight face. Like in order for me to say the stuff that Tara does, I literally have to put it in my head as if I am making a joke.
Yeah.
You did good.
You have to be demented to say the stuff that she does. And it's really hard for me to say she, and everyone that's in the chat and watching this, I am saying she because later on when YouTube eventually I go through the monetization part, I don't want them to be like, well, you were misgendering someone, so like we're not going to monetize you. So I'm just worried about that. Otherwise than that, I would be using some different pronouns. So just pretend I'm using different ones, okay? Tara is a sociopath, yes. By the way, I've actually, you know that Tara has some live streams on Bigo. So I've been on quite a few of these. Tara's actually said some very interesting things on there with me, probably knowing that I cannot record the audio. However, I found a workaround, and when I talked to Tara about people, like women getting assaulted in the bathrooms or whatever, this is what Tara had to say. Let me pull it up. It's shocking. Let me find it really fast.
Does Tara even know what a woman is?
Here we go. So let me play it really fast.
Oh God.
Oh, hold on, it's on mute for some reason.
Sorry.
Here, it helps. It helps if I turn the audio on.
Was this just a spur of the moment?
Sorry, I can hear you. Can y'all hear the audio for it? Hold on a second.
Was this just a spur of the moment that they got dressed?
For some reason I can't hear the audio for it. But
Well,
pretty much what Tara said was I could post the link to it. It's unlisted right now. It's going to stay unlisted. It's the only way people are going to see it is if they actually come in here or they're in my Discord. Let me get the link and I'll just post it in the chat. Let me see get the link.
I need to get on your Discord.
I'm sorry.
I need to get on your Discord.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said I need to get on your Discord.
Yeah, if you go to my community tab, there's actually a link for my Discord.
Okay.
And I set it up so it never expires.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Already. So whenever I address Tara about people getting violated in the bathroom from trans people, essentially Tara's response was, well, were they really trans? And that was the response. But here's the link for it. I just put it in the chat.
Okay.
So watch it. For some reason, I can't get the audio to work on. So it's unlisted. Yeah. Alrighty. Hello, Lily. How you doing? It's good to see you. All right. Any questions? Hi, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, friend. Are there any questions from the chat about anything, or should we continue on with the open debate? Someone else can be Tara, because I'm a horrible Tara. I'm a horrible
Fine,
Tara.
I can play Tara.
Yeah.
I can try to play Tara, but just know I'm not gonna keep my laughing straight.
Okay. So.
Oh my God, my sister right beside me. She's a sexist pig. Oh my God, Alicia, you don't understand how my transgenderism is. Like, oh my God, check your white privilege, girlfriend. You selfish pig. Oink. Moo. Rawr, bitch.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Tara's watching, and I'm pretty sure that Demon Fire is watching. One of Tara's friends. That was hilarious. All right. So, do you have any questions, Ash, or should I come up with some questions? Or Allie, do you have any questions?
No, I don't. I need to get. I need to watch this person's videos to really get to know who they are.
All right. I have a question for you, Tara. Why do you think addressing violence with violence is the answer?
What? What do you want, you fashion pig? Yeah, violence is the answer because pigs like you think that you can go into our bathrooms and our spaces, and people like you are Trumpies that are nasty, narcissistic pigs that all need to go to hell. Fry, piggy. I'm doing the best. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put my.
I'm trying my best to understand you. Just a heads up, I am profoundly deaf in my left ear, and I have hearing loss in my right ear. I have a hearing aid in right now, and also have like these that go through my bone. So if you do like these really crazy accents, I'm going to really struggle. Feel free to do them, but I just won't understand what's going on.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. What was your question again? You schmatzy.
You don't need to use TikTok language here. You can say Nazi.
What were you saying, Nazi?
I'm a Nazi?
Yeah, because you believe that people like me don't need to have or defend other people. Like, oh my God.
You sound like a gay guy right now.
See, I can't do Tara very well. I'm sorry. I can't do Tara. Her voice, the Tara voice is atrocious, one. And two, I just can't get my head up so far up my butt to be like her. I would have to stick my head like way up my ass and beyond my ass and into my intestines in order to be like that. I can't.
So about the whole Nazi thing. I don't understand how people are like always like, oh my gosh, because you don't accept this or this or this or have a different opinion, like you're a Nazi. Like, no one here in the United States is actually getting rounded up and put into concentration camps. This is all blown out of proportion. Like,
Right.
I don't get it.
And that's the thing that I never understood about Tara was her. I'm just gonna say they identify as a toaster because their head's like a burnt Pop Tart. The burnt Pop Tart mannerism bring capacity that Tara thinks that all these LGBTQ members are going through that same thing is complete preposterous. It's ridiculous. I don't even know it.
Mm.
I think it's just fear mongering, and he's just doing it for attention. He's basically an attention whore. A narcissist only wants attention, good, bad, or indifferent. As long as he's getting attention, he loves it. He loves when he upsets people to the point where they cry or they explode in anger and just rant off. And he loves that. That's what narcissists love.
Yeah.
Just being the
And
center of attention, no matter if it's good attention or bad attention, just as long as
Yeah.
it's attention. Yeah.
thank you,
That's true.
Babylov. I appreciate you. I can't do terror. I can't do Tara's voice, and especially I don't want to literally be like that in front of Cassie. Cassie doesn't deserve that.
Yeah. So you were not here earlier, Ali. I'm not sure if you know about Buck Angel. Buck Angel and Tara apparently have a little bit of history, and Tara calls Buck Angel a coward. And I wrote out to emailed Buck Angel, and Buck Angel actually had a message for me to give Tara today. And just let me know what you think. Um, he said, tell him I said he is a fucking disgusting groomer who will be taken down by law enforcement sooner than later. So,
Yeah, and that's my hopes, honestly.
yeah.
Um, I do believe he has something to do with minors and assisting them in getting puberty blockers and things like that. He has ties to an organization that takes in, old prescriptions from people that
Wow.
don't need them anymore and then redistributes them to kids that want to go on puberty blockers and all these hormones and chemicals and stuff, but the parents won't let them. I 100% believe he's tied in with that. And my hope and prayers, is that he is found out by law enforcement and he's taken to, a mental institution where he belongs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if he's doing that, he's not even a damn doctor. What the hell
Exactly.
is he? Yeah, if he's doing that, my God, yeah, something needs to be done with him.
Yeah. So, and Ali, I know I asked you about if I could share some of the information from your emails. Are you okay if I go over it right while you're here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let me just read through it really fast. There's a lot here. Um,
Real
so
quick,
yeah, go for it.
I was just gonna ask you a question. That video you said that his sister was just talking about. Joe, we're talking about. Where can I see that video?
I'm sorry.
The video where his sister was talking about a few minutes ago. Or I can't remember what it was. I guess where he threatened his sister or whatever. Is
I'm
there
having
a
a hard time
video?
understanding you.
I'm lost. I know that for what I'm understanding, he assaulted his sister one time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, so there was I read some stuff, I heard some stuff, and this was talked about on like past lives. I saw it on Fat Dog's live that I think Ali you were on,
Yes.
and that Tara stabbed his sister or her. It's so hard for me to get this straight. His sister, whatever. And then, but when I actually talked, I don't have a recording of it. But when I talked to Tara about it, Tara made it out like it was some rivalry, and Ali went after Tara, and did something, and then Tara went after Allie and poked Allie, and that's what was the stab. But
Oh, okay.
and the exact wordings that Tara was, oh, she was just so overweight that when I poked her, it just flew open, and I was like, that's not how it works.
No.
So
Wow. Okay. So he just poked me. Okay.
yeah, yeah, that's what Tara says. I don't believe it for a minute. I believe you.
Yeah. Even my mom now believes my stories because of
Hmm.
the videos that I have shown her of him saying certain things, and he's told her differently.
Hmm.
And that is the telltale sign of a narcissist. They are pathological liars.
Yeah.
One thing you could tell is stories change when people are pathological liars. They can't remember the same story they told, so they tell a different one or slightly different. And our own mother is now believing what I'm saying, and is now believing uh, all of my predictions and all of my uh, diagnoses that I've seemed to come up with ever since watching his videos on YouTube and TikTok and Clapper and all those other stream things. Our own mother now believes me over him because
Hmm.
she sees he is a pathological liar. She can't believe hardly anything he says. She comes to me and says, "Well, this is what he said," and I said, "No, that is not true. That is only partly true."
I can understand. I cannot understand why a parent would have like a child come up to them and be like, "Hey, this happened to me," or whatever, and then be like, "Oh, your other siblings said nope. This is what they said. I'm gonna go with them." That's a pretty serious allegation. Like I don't understand why your mother wouldn't believe you. Like something happened. It doesn't make
Yeah,
any
she
sense.
saw the scar on my leg,
Hmm.
and um, she evidently thought it happened some other way. Oh, your brother wouldn't purposely stab you, that sort of thing. But years later, when I retold it after him confessing to her, he
Hmm.
confessed to our mother that the reason he left his steel toed boots laying around the house
Hmm.
was so he could use them to beat me, because he hurt his hand one time when he was beating me, and he didn't want to hurt his hand anymore. So he started using his steel toed boots
Oh my
instead of
god.
his.
Wow.
So if he confessed to that to our mother, but he says everything else I say is a lie, that makes no sense. Why would I make the rest up?
Yeah. And I was. This was the same incident, or no? Oh,
This was a
no.
different incident.
Okay. Okay.
He would leave his steel-toed boots laying around the house, and if I came out of my room, to get something to eat or drink, and if I just
Hmm.
looked at him wrong, he would just snap and
Hmm.
grab his steel-toed boot and just start beating me with it for no reason. I just came out of my room to go get something to eat or go to the bathroom, or breathed in his general direction and he got pissed
Hmm.
off.
Wow.
Is that normal sibling rivalry? I don't think so.
That is not, no. That is not. I don't. Wow.
I'd be in my room playing on my Sega Genesis or doing homework or something. He'd kick open my door and just start me, kicking me, standing on my head until I screamed bloody murder, and then he would leave. Then he got his satisfaction. He got
Hmm.
what he wanted, and then he would leave.
That's crazy. Wow. Ooh. So I have some other questions,
That's
unless you
his
wanted to share more about
sibling.
that. Sorry?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead with your questions.
Okay. It's just hard for me to hear your story. Like, I really appreciate you being willing to speak up about it. It's just really hard for me to hear it. Like,
Yeah.
I just can't even imagine. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Um,
Thank you.
so I'm not sure if you watched my entire debate or interview, or whatever, with Tara J that I did like 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
But on there, Tara J claimed that they transitioned 20 years ago. And then when Tara did a interview with someone named Nikki Starkiller a year ago, claimed that they transitioned 14 years ago. When I go through social media and I do like some data mining, I see pictures of Tara J not being transitioned at all in like 2015 or 16. So I'm trying to figure out like when exactly did Tara actually transition? Because when I was talking to Tara on my live stream, Tara said I socially transitioned 20 years ago, and I even asked about whether or not they detransitioned or not, or if they were transitioned the whole entire time. And Tara claimed that nope, didn't do that at all. So like
That's what I'm
pictures.
talking about. Different times and different answers. And
Mhm,
I provided pictures of him.
mhm,
He didn't transition, and 100%, I don't believe he is uh, someone who suffers from gender dysphoria. I think
mhm,
he is an AGP.
mhm,
I think he gets his rocks off on cross dressing. I think he enjoys cross dressing and calling himself trans.
mhm,
Um, and uh, it just, like I said, I think he's doing it for attention. He failed as a husband twice.
mhm,
He failed as a boyfriend many times. He was always the one that got dumped.
mhm,
Uh, he couldn't keep a job. He dropped out of high school because of a racist reason, and I
Did
think
sorry to interject. Did Tara later go on to get a GED or just dropped out? Dropped out.
he did try to get his GED, but he took the
Mhm,
test and failed.
okay.
Um, he never went back to try a second time, although he always liked to say, I'm studying to get my GED to become, a state trooper and this, and that. And I'm like, and what state are you going to become a trooper of? State of denial, state of delusion, maybe. But he
Yeah.
never went back, and he's
Mhm,
all these, I'm going to be a state trooper this, and I'm going to be a firefighter, and I'm a real firefighter this. And you are not a real firefighter, TJ. You were a volunteer firefighter, which means you were there for crowd control only. You never fought a fire. You can look at the
mhm.
picture of the helmet that I provided.
Yeah, I saw it. I can actually show the chat if you want.
Yeah,
So this
the
is this is the helmet. I'm not sure if y'all can see it all right.
it looks brand spanking new.
Yeah.
Not even grazed by a blaze because he
Mhm.
never fought a fire, but he likes to project this image that he was some great superhero. He saved lives and he fought
Mhm.
fires, and no, he didn't. He was there for crowd control. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. One quick question before we move on. There was someone in the chat. It reminded me because I remember Tara mentioned something about being in the military or having service. So Sarah from chat asked, "Is it true that Thomas/Tara was in the military?"
He was in something called the Sea Cadets, which is
Mm-hmm.
something that kids can enroll in to kind of prepare them for
Mm-hmm.
the military, and prepare them for what's to come, like boot camp and things. Like, it's like a mini boot camp for the military and those interested. But yeah, he did sign up, he did enlist, but he had a medical issue. His Crohn's disease did flare up at that time, and he was kicked out basically due to medical issues. So, yes and no.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Lily White from chat was like, "That's not the military." Daughter of 2 military officers. So
Exactly.
yeah.
He likes to project that
Mhm.
he is a hero and a good
Mhm.
person and all these things, and he's really not.
Mhm.
And
So sorry, I didn't
that's
mean to cut you off.
no, and that's what I'm sick of. I'm
Mhm.
so sick and tired of him projecting that he's this good person, he's doing these great deeds, and he's fighting for these people who are oppressed and being murdered every single day, genocide and all this. And um,
Mhm.
you really, really need to take a step back and get help. I told him this, and of course, he blocked me on all his platforms. And
Tara seemed to have a thing about making. Wait, but Tara blocked you?
yeah, he blocked me on all his platforms so I could not
Interesting.
preach the truth. And he is someone who openly welcomes debate and criticism or whatever, uh,
Mhm.
but yet he blocks his only sister. Oh, okay.
Mhm. I find this interesting that well, Tara is obviously a bully. I think you don't need to go over that.
Yeah.
Always going after people, calling people cowards for not interacting with them. However, Tara made a claim on my debate that they have never ever blocked anyone or whatever, and now you're telling me that Tara's actually blocked their own family member. Wow.
Yep.
So, before I get too far and forget about it, Sarah from Chad asked, so was Tara in the Sea Cadets in his teen years or early 20s?
The Sea Cadets is only for teenagers and little kids who are interested in the military. So I think it's like middle school and high school age.
Is it similar to like Army JROTC? Because I was in Army JROTC.
That's what I
Yeah.
was going to
Where,
say.
Yeah.
so, yeah. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next thing in here since there aren't any more questions there. Sorry. Mm, 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 mm.
What I would like to know, what is this person's agenda? You know what I mean?
That requires planning, right? I have no idea. I
Yeah.
think Tara's agenda is just be relevant no matter what it takes.
Yeah,
So,
that's the thing. He made that uh viral video back in 2023, and
mhm,
notice he keeps referencing that video to stay active or trying to go viral for a second time. And he's just trying to stay relevant because he wants the attention. He's an
mhm.
attention whore, a narcissist.
Someone asked, I don't get the reference. Grief Foundation from chat asked, maybe Tara was in SeaWorld? I don't know.
Because of his size.
I, I don't get it.
I don't
I
either.
don't. So, thing out of your email that I wanted to go over was about the charges. You say the charges, I think, were dropped in both cases. I think that's why they may not show up, but he was definitely arrested twice. So, do you know any more details about like Tara getting arrested?
The first time he was arrested was when he was 18 or 19 years old.
Mhm,
Um, he was arrested for terroristic threat was the charge,
mhm,
and basically threatened to beat up his girlfriend's brother at the time. And the brother pressed charges against Tommy. TJ got pulled over, and the cop ran his ID, and he had a warrant. And so he was arrested, and he called home and cried to mom, saying, "Mom, I need you to come get me." And I don't know all what happened with the case that was kept from me because I think like 16, 17 at the time. So they kept adult matters,
Mhm.
from me. But the second charge, the second arrest was during the pandemic. It was like the 2020 or 2021 ish time. He was living with his boyfriend at the time in a trailer
Mhm.
in Lawrence, Kansas.
Mhm.
And they got into some sort of disagreement, argument, and the boyfriend left and called the cops. And the boyfriend had scratches or marks on him or something. And the cops went to interview TJ, and TJ claims he has this video of the whole situation, but it's only of part of the situation.
Mhm.
And he ends up getting arrested. So yes, he
No. Okay.
was indeed arrested twice.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened with those charges. Either there wasn't enough evidence in the case, and the
Mhm.
district attorney dropped the charges. Maybe.
Mhm. Okay. Like you were telling the story with like so much detail and not actually like getting all like I believe you with this, but like I don't understand why Tara would then go, oh, I've never been arrested, because I specifically asked if Tara was ever arrested, and Tara told me no. I don't know,
Like I
people
said,
who
he's a
sometimes
narcissist. He
yeah.
doesn't want to look bad to the public. He doesn't want to look bad. He will lie till he dies.
Mhm.
He will never admit the truth. That's part of
Mhm.
the sickness that is narcissism.
Yeah. But this is the odd thing. Like Terry doesn't want to look bad to the public, but then goes out and threatens women and children in the bathrooms, and then tells like the whole country to arm up, like well the whole LGBT country to like get guns, and calls them to stop being like wusses.
Well, he is doing that in response to a comment. So he's like I said, he's downplaying his part and he's gaslighting the other person. Well, it's the other person who initiated. I just responded with their violence with my violence.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's
Yeah.
downplaying his part, gaslighting the other person.
Hmm. Yeah. These other photos you sent me, I'm not sure I can share them on stream. Those are crazy. Um, yeah, let me see if we go to older ones. Mm. Oh, so be honest with you, I don't know a lot about narcissists. So, but Lily White in chat says, also narcissists always like to play the victim.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, yeah. I learned the hard way recently that you cannot tell a narcissist to their face that they're a narcissist. So I learned that I
Exactly.
yeah, I said, oh, I told them to their face that they're this, and someone confided in me and was like, you cannot do that.
Like I
So
said, they'll deny till they die. He'll never admit he's the narcissist. He will make the victim feel like they are the narcissist. They're the crazy one, and
mhm,
he's just fine. He doesn't need to see a psychiatrist, according to our mother. That's what he said. He doesn't need to see a psychiatrist. There's nothing wrong with him.
mhm.
I'm the batshit crazy one. That's what he says.
One thing I don't understand is like, okay, I can understand if like you think like one person is batshit crazy, or that person's batshit crazy, or even up to like three people batshit crazy. But when you have everyone in your life that's saying, hey, you're the problem, or you have like a good portion, like a huge chunk of people that don't actually know you, saying, hey, this is wrong, and people who do know you saying like, hey, this is wrong. Like, how can someone not be like, maybe I'm the common denominator, maybe I am the problem?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the problem with narcissists is they
Mhm.
think they are right, everyone else is wrong, even though everyone around them are saying the same thing and giving the same examples of what this person is doing and how they are a narcissist, and how they are abusive, they will never see it. They just will never admit it.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, yeah, just reading chats here. Sorry. Everyone likes. Yep. Yep. Where everyone in your life is crazy. Maybe the problem is you, just like I said. Let me see. So narcissistic injury can explode into narcissistic rage. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience dealing with narcissists, obviously, based on my story, but yeah.
One thing that is really upsetting to me is that he's actually taking advantage of those on the autism spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
His two boyfriends that he has living in his house are both on the spectrum. They're
Mm-hmm.
both are claiming they're trans, but yet they live and dress and act male. So to me, that's not being trans if you don't live and dress and act, as the opposite sex. That's not trans to me. So that's why I'm calling them boyfriends. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
one of the boyfriends is actually comes from a rich family,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how he got the down payment for his house. So
Mm-hmm.
he brags online that I own my own home. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the only reason you own that home is because you conned an autistic person into giving over their money and putting the down payment for said house.
Wow.
He may pay the mortgage now, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, one of the boyfriends, like I said, that comes from money, he actually put down, I think it was $25,000 for the house that they live in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he likes to take advantage of autistic people, and the other boyfriends he's had that live in that house, that have since moved on, weren't autistic, and I think they saw the narcissism in
Mm-hmm.
Key and didn't want to be around that behavior, and so they got the hell out like they should.
Yeah.
Autistic people can't identify narcissistic tendencies, and they can't identify abuse. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so they just end up staying with this person's because they say, oh, they love me, and this and that. So I just feel really sorry for those two that are stuck living with him.
Mm-hmm. So, are you willing to talk about your work a little bit? I don't want to like tell everyone what you do for a living if you don't want me to.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, so I'm asking this for a specific reason. I've had conversations with Tara, and Tara called actually to my face, said that you were a failed nurse, and I don't understand like why Tara would ever say something like that. Like,
Because he's jealous of me. He failed at life, and
mm-hmm,
so he's just projecting, and he's wishing he had succeeded, and I failed. But I didn't fail. I stuck with school. Uh, went to college. Uh, I may have struggled through college because I was undiagnosed ADHD at the time, but
mm-hmm,
uh, so it took me a little longer to get through college than everyone else.
mm-hmm,
But I eventually made it through, got into nursing school, had some troubles there because of my ADHD. I had difficulties learning there. But I eventually made it. I made uh, made it through college. I got past the NCLEX and became a nurse, and everyone was, so happy for me, and that I became a success, and I was doing, good work helping people and all this, and he's just there in the background not getting any attention, and he's was jealous, and
Mm-hmm.
um, I think that's why he says I'm a failed nurse. Or no, the reason why he calls me a failed nurse is because in 2020, the end of 2020, I got sick with COVID. I was taking care of COVID patients, and I got sick, and I've been sick ever since. I've been diagnosed with long COVID, and
Mm-hmm.
I recently was diagnosed with something called IST, which stands for inappropriate sinus tachycardia, which means I could be just sitting down and all of a sudden my heart rate will shoot up to like 160,
Oh
and
wow.
normal. Also, I got diagnosed with something called POTS, POTS,
Mm-hmm.
and that is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which means uh, I'm allergic to gravity, essentially. When I stand up for too long, or if I'm walking too far of a distance, my heart rate will go sky high, my blood pressure will drop, and I can faint and pass out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I haven't been able to work ever since 2020, and I've been fighting for disability. I've also been struggling with uh, trying to find out what else is wrong with me. My doctor thinks it's fibromyalgia or lupus,
Mm-hmm.
possibly multiple sclerosis, because I'm dealing
Mm-hmm.
with muscle and pain issues. So, because I can't work anymore, I think that's why he's calling me a failed nurse.
Okay, that's a horrible thing to do. It's one thing if you did something wrong at work, or like you gave someone the wrong medication and they like died or something, or what, or you decided to say fuck it, I quit or something like that. But for take someone who got COVID and from that have all these other like symptoms and affect their life, and to call them a failed nurse because of that, that's so disingenuous and wrong.
Exactly, but that is
Yeah.
TJ. I would expect nothing different. He is
Mm-hmm.
a bully. That's just TJ. I expect nothing
Mm-hmm.
good to come from him. I expect him to admit nothing. All I do is expect him to lie and bully.
So well. Oh,
It's a
yikes.
lot to take in, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I just I just like to say, like when I messaged out to Tara the very first time on TikTok, I was just like, "Hey," I fully expected no response, by the way, because I saw the viral videos, I found out the person had TikTok, found out that this person allows me to actually message them, and then I scoured the internet, couldn't find anything good about this person. I know why now, but at first I was like, surely this person can't be as bad as everyone makes him out to be, right? I was a little naive, and so I reached out. I said, "Hey, like I would like to chat with you or debate with you, and get your side of the story, because all I see are you having interviews with friendly people or people just bashing on you. So like no one's actually gotten your side of the story before, and I got the side of the story, and then the more that I dig down into the story, the more I'm just like, why did I do this?
Yeah.
Why did I subject myself to this torture? So I do know that Tara is never going to be coming on my channel again um, after this live, except for maybe giving some like clips or talking about it where it's relevant or something like that. I'm never going to platform Tara ever again on this. So I'm not going to promote something like that ever again.
Good.
You know?
That's how you stop a narcissist.
Hmm.
Take
Yeah.
away what they want, attention. And if you
Hmm.
don't allow them on your platform,
Yeah.
that's what's really going to hurt him.
Yeah. So Like I made up my mind already that after this, the only time that I would bring someone like Tara back on my platform was if I'm doing like an investigative piece or something like that, and I want to call them out and call it out to their face or whatever. But other than that, nope, I'm not going to allow that back on that back onto my platform.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah. Let's see. I haven't been watching chat much. Hold on. Oh yeah. So it looks like some people in the chat have some things too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's just so much. I'm just trying to take it all in. It's like I can't imagine all of this. It just blows my mind.
It's a lot.
It is, yeah. So, do you have any questions, Asher? Thought about anything, or are you still kind of like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, I'm just
kind of like deer in the headlights?
yeah, I am like, what the man. Well, it's like we talked
Mhm,
that one day, um it's been about a week. I didn't even know who this person was. I didn't even know they had a TikTok channel until you sent me I think it was a video, and then I started looking. I was like, Okay, hold on. Who is this person?" I'm like, "What the hell?"
mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
Yeah, there is.
And I need to do some more research, because this is like, yeah, this person needs to be stopped somehow. I mean, I don't agree with things that they say. I will never agree with things like
Mhm,
that.
right,
And it's who I am.
mhm,
So,
right.
and I'm sorry, for his sister to have to go through everything she's gone through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course. Can I ask you a question if you don't mind?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Have you hired an attorney to try to get your disability? Because I know it takes a while. I know, when I filed for mine, it took me, oh God, I don't know how many times to get my disability. When I finally did, it was like, okay, yeah, thanks. Um, but I know sometimes attorneys, they're able to get through the red tape a little bit faster than what doing it on your own.
Yeah, I did hire an attorney to represent me, but I think the main problem is during COVID, everything got shut down,
Mm-hmm.
which means everything got backed up. So disability claims got backed up, and then appeals then got backed up. And so I think my appeal that my attorney filed is just waiting my turn for the to come up, because everything is just so backed up because of COVID.
No, and I understand that. I do. I get that. So, well, I wish you luck there. I really do.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
Mhm. Does anyone in chat have any questions? So, see if I'm gonna go through some pictures and some. Oh, so I was prepared for Tara to actually show up today, and once again, Tara did not show up. Um, by the way, if you're watching and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I
Yes.
would really appreciate it if I could get 2 more subs today. It would make it a 100 subs on my channel. Today is actually my 1 month anniversary of starting this channel, and I'd really love to finish the month off with 100 subs. I'd really love you forever if you could sub. Let me pull up the Terra folder that I have. Um,
Can
did
you
you
tell
watch
who's
it? Sorry,
Can you tell who's subs and who's not?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell who's subscribing and not?
Uh, I can only tell if people are who's subbing to me if they have their subscriptions public.
Okay. Okay.
So if they have their subscriptions public, I can only tell that they subbed to me recently for 90 days.
Okay.
You can go through your settings and actually set it up so that your subscriptions are not public.
Okay.
So
Right.
my private account actually has subscriptions public, but this one does not.
Okay. So this way I
So
can make sure that I know I'm subscribed. I believe I'm subscribed to both. Uh,
mm,
and if I'm
oh,
not, I will subscribe to. I'll make sure I get on there, and I'll make sure Jessica gets on there also.
okay, thank you.
Of course.
There's a question from chat. From Mischief. It says, was Tara ever gender nonconforming in childhood?
No. He was all boy. He loved boy things. Um he was in the Boy Scouts. He loved playing army, and he took karate courses, and of course he used his karate moves and nunchucks on me. um, let's see, he chose to be in the Sea Cadets. He chose to like all these boy things. I never once saw any sort of femininity in him at all. It was always aggression, 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 violence, violence, violence. Um, he loved the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He loved army movies. He was into all those uh, male, typical male likes, and there was nothing feminine about TJ growing up at all. And this whole lie about he transitioned in the early 2000s is pure bullshit. He was still married to his first wife at the time, and I think it was around, I want to say 2006 ish, is when she served him with divorce papers,
Mm-hmm.
and he had to move back home with mom. So that little dig he did last time on your live about me still living with my mom,
Mm-hmm.
uh, is he must have forgotten that he had to move back home because he got served with divorce papers, so he had nowhere to go. So um, when he was living here at the house, I was still in college. He had, long beard, like that picture I sent to you, and that was TJ. He was never feminine back then. I think this only came up, it was, I want to say 2017-ish, around there, 2016, 2017-ish, when
That's what social media data mining that I've done confirms too. So
that's when it came along, because like I said, I think it was he had some sort of mental break when he was served divorce papers a second time from his wife,
mm-hmm.
and he looked at his life and he saw that he failed on uh, in school, he failed at marriage, he failed at relationships, and he even had a YouTube page called Doggone It 82 or something like that.
Is it
uh,
still up or is it taken down?
I think he took it down.
Okay. I can
uh,
go to the Wayback Time Machine for that. Okay.
Yeah, he was reviewing like tobacco products, alcohol products, things like that, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where he started this Terra persona.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think he developed something called DID, which is dissociative identity disorder,
Mm-hmm.
which is more commonly known as multiple personalities.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think this Terra came in. What was, I don't want to say a fad or anything, but what was big at the time is um,
Mm-hmm.
transition. That's when I think Caitlyn Jenner came out approximately. And
Yeah.
so he came up with this Terra personality to try and make it big. He wanted to become famous and have lots of money and have all this fame and attention. And I think that's where this Terra persona came from. I don't believe he has a genuine case of
Mhm.
gender dysphoria at all.
Okay. Um, so I do know that Tara had a very crazy shift from one political leaning to the other. But while Tara was in the other side a long time ago, um, was Tara homophobic?
Oh, yes. My best friend in middle school and high school came out as gay, and he would constantly bully and tirade him and say, the F word at him, call him a fairy, say, you're going to get AIDS because that's what gays deserve, and you're going to
Wow.
burn in hell because it's against God's will. And one time when I let my friend come over to use our computer to type up a paper because he didn't have one, uh, TJ got pissed off, and when he left, he literally beat the shit out of me for letting a gay person in our house to use our computer.
What?
Yeah.
So, I'm just popped up something on the screen. Have you seen this post?
Oh, I can't read it.
Okay. The posts. I have to get up closer for every. I found this on Tara's old Facebook page that, and this is on public and still up. And this actually says this is our country. This was like something about some like Taliban attack, whatever, or some what I don't remember. It says this is our country. This is how our country should be, but no, we have too many pussies here who can vote and turn this country into one giant vagina to be raped dry by anyone. We need to execute every liberal in this country. They are destroying it. These are Tara's words back in the day. So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So, yeah.
He was a registered Republican. He hated Democrats and liberals and anyone who didn't have the same opinion and thoughts and beliefs as him. And uh,
Mhm.
it it's just ridiculous how he thinks. I think our mother dropped him once too many times on his head as an infant.
Mhm. A quick question before we go on the next one. How old is Tara? If I remember correctly, it's 42, but I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, I think he's 2 years older than me. So yeah, he's 42.
42. Okay. So one of Lily in chat said Alexis Blake and Blair White, they're two trans women, were both effeminate young boys by what they have said, love dogs, etc. And we were talking about like Tara, liking everything boy, everything that boys stereotype thing that Tara liked. I remember like in my childhood, I was typically playing with like all like boys' toys. I had like Legos. Legos were actually kind of like unisex, but they were usually always designed for boys. But I do remember in elementary school, like even I was actually playing with like Barbie dolls and hanging out with the girls and playing like craft time with them and stuff like that. So, did Tara ever do anything whatsoever like that? Ever play with like dolls once that you notice or anything? Because I know like I was painting my nails a little bit. I was going to a Christian school. I couldn't get away with a lot. I would wear like girl sandals and stuff like that.
No, he never wore anything feminine.
Hmm.
As far as uh, the dolls thing goes, he would steal my baby dolls and basically chop their heads off, light them on fire, basically
Wow.
destroy them.
Wow. That
Yeah.
should have been a clear indicator of who this person is going to be. Okay. Um. Yeah. So if I can find another one, Holy Brawls. So Sarah said, "Yeah, not misogynistic at all."
Exactly.
I'm sure there's sarcasm added to that message. Um. I already know the answer to this one, but Loopy After Dark asks, "Does he actually have Crohn's disease?"
Yes, he does.
Yeah. And Lily, yes, I love Legos. I don't know how old you are, Lily, but I remember back in the day, literally there was like all boys Legos and there was like one little like girl Lego. So Yeah, that was all that was available back then. Hello, Annabelle. How you doing? Good to see you. Do you want to join? The link to join in is pinned at the top. At least I hope it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. So you feel free to join again. Lily, I used to play with Legos so much, and I wish I still had my Legos. I would still play with them to this day. So, yep. And Annabelle says, yes, Allie, Thomas's sister is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people in here love you. Yeah, Mischief wanted Girls World, but wasn't allowed. Oh, this should be an interesting one.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you're going to be able to answer it, Hallie. Someone in chat asked, Loopy After Dark in chat asked, does Allie know where the diaper fetish came from?
Oh Lord, no, I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but it definitely scarred me for life seeing that picture.
Yeah. Like when I'm doing my data mining and doing some research and stuff, like if I'm going to debate someone and I'm going to go find out stuff about them, and I found that Twitter/X page in like 10 seconds, and um, some of the things are blurred out, and I wish I didn't unblur them. Like I'm scarred for life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some people sent them to me, and I'm like, oh my god,
Oh,
I don't want to see that
yeah.
part of my brother.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, and oh, these Sleepy After Dark said donkey. Thank you, Injum. Yeah. Uh, was Tara into that kind of diaper thing growing up?
And not that I know of, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he only developed it maybe because I don't know. He claims he was a sex worker. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Mhm.
if someone paid him to pose in the diaper, then that could possibly be where
Mhm.
it comes from. But I really don't know.
Yeah. Loopy has a lot of questions about yeah, about that. Okay. Another one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't, Lily.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
I was just gonna respond to Lady's comment. I was gonna say, yeah, I don't know either.
Oh, guess who's here? That ass dogs. Apparently Tara does, Lily. Apparently Tara does. Um,
Allie,
hello,
it's
that
good
ass
to see you
dogs. How you
again.
doing?
Yeah.
Hey, Cassie, how you doing?
I'm
Ash.
doing well. Guess who didn't show up again?
Oh, Thomas. Yeah, he's a fucking coward. Look, like I said, I'm gonna misgender him because I don't respect him. Okay?
Yep. I'm
Yeah,
not going to tell you to say one way or the other.
I understand. I understand. Just no offense to you guys. You know,
Yeah.
No,
just fuck him though. You know.
you know, I don't know what your name is, and I don't want to call you by the screen name. That to me, that would be rude
Just
for
call him
me to
dog.
do. Okay, dogs.
They call me dogs for sure. You can call me dogs.
Okay, dogs. I so agree with you on that. I
Mhm.
so agree with what you said. I wouldn't, I would never, and I would probably get hate for it. I would never call that person a she. There's no way.
No, no. Actually, hey, I want to show you guys something cool. You like my shirt?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Go Trump.
Hell yeah, Ellie. How you
Good
been? It's good to see you
Good.
again.
You
to
too.
see you
Uh, oh man, you guys talking about Diaper Boy again?
too. Yeah. Loopy, after dark said, Cassie, you are refreshingly down to earth and polite. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love
Loopy,
you.
come up here.
Yeah. So yeah. Um, someone's also like says, I'm also confused about talking, sorry, his taking sex workers into his home.
Oh my god, yeah, because he's a weirdo, okay? And Allie probably told you already. He's a control freak, okay? And the fact is, he's a narcissist. And the reason he's a narcissist is because obviously he has like two relationships in the same home, okay? Or four at the same, or three. I don't know how many girl or boyfriends he has, okay? But the fact is, yeah, he's in a polygamous relationship. And if he can't get attention from one boyfriend, he'll go the other one, you know? It's just really fucking narcissistic behavior if you really think about it. Like, it's very attention seeking.
So.
And
you're making.
One thing I learned from our mother, she was telling me about a phone call that TJ made to her about how his boyfriends don't really show him any affection like a normal person would, you know, like go up behind him and give him a hug from behind, or touchy love kind of way, because they're autistic. They don't know how to express love in that way, affection in that way. And if you want someone to, you know, if their love language is touch, physical touch, and this and that, you need to get someone who understands that. But he picks these autistic people for a reason, because he wants to prey on them. And that is what is so infuriating, is he picks these autistic people and moves them into their house and expects them to love him and devote their, you know, entire attention and affection on him. And that's just not how some autistic people are.
Alex, hey Allie, I think I know what it's all about. I don't think they actually do love each other. I think it's all about the lust for them.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, I think it's all about sex for them, okay? Yeah. That's all I'm just gonna say, okay?
I'm going to say this, and I know that other YouTubers agree with me. But I honestly think that Tara is a actual case of AGP.
Yes.
So yeah, and add on to being a sociopath, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, I 100% believe this person needs psychological help.
Yeah, that's for sure.
There's no other way around it. This
But the
person,
question.
look, not even the transgender thing. He's just mentally unhinged. Okay, I feel like someday he's actually going to harm somebody, but I don't think he. You know, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. But you know what? If we can, you know, if society continues to, you know, cater to fucking creeps like him, then you know it's gonna get worse, and he's gonna get more power. You know.
Yeah, the question is, how do you get a narcissist to go to get help?
You force
them. How
them.
do you get a narcissist to get?
They do something.
You gotta force them.
Is so shocking or threatening, and you put them on. I think it's called a 5150, a psych hold for 72 hours. But they have to be of imminent danger to either their life or someone else's life. And I showed the pictures, you know, of that pew pew and the 2 bullets that I sent you.
You can see guns on here. Yeah, I saw them. The gun one I can actually show you on here. The other ones, self harm, I'm not showing those on my stream.
Okay. When he posted those 2 pictures when his boyfriend dumped him, I told our mother, I said, you can legally call the police and have a 5150 on him and have him locked up in a psych ward and held. But she didn't want to get involved, and so it never was done. There's 2 bullets on that table, and the caption says something about only need to, indicating a murder suicide plot, because he dumped, and that is psychotic behavior.
Then I'm gonna show the next screenshot with the pills. So.
Oh God, there's a pill. What's this about pills?
It's a picture of You know how sometimes people want attention, and
Oh yeah.
sometimes they like for suicide it's just for attention, but sometimes it's
Oh,
not.
suicide
Uh,
baiting?
yeah. So this is a picture of Tara, and then a picture of some feet dangling. It's obvious that the person's hanging. Pictures of nooses, and then a picture of a whole bunch of pills spilled over onto a piece of paper that says goodbye. So yeah,
That's very concerning.
yeah.
Well, I think it's just attention seeking. I think what he wasn't getting attention from anyone at the time, and so he just
Mhm.
posted that for attention.
Yeah.
Hello. You were asking how to get a narcissist to go get
Hey,
help.
Boop.
Hi,
Hey,
dogs.
Boop.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're
Yeah,
breaking up
you're
a little bit.
good.
Okay. The way you get a
You're a bit muffled,
narcissist,
but
the way you get a
hold up.
narcissist.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was gonna introduce you to Allie.
Oh, hi.
This
I'm
is
Boo.
Hi,
this is Boop. This is Boop. She's a really good friend of mine.
hi.
That's my buddy. But the way to get a narcissist to go in for help is to take away something that they really like. So
Yeah.
essentially, you have to make that type of threat. For instance, I'm a cat lady. If I was a narcissist and my husband was like, "You're nuts. You need to go in. I'm taking the cats away. You'll never see them again." That will motivate them to do it because it's about their wants and needs. So you find something that he really wants and you take it away. And believe it or not, it's a lot simpler in his situation than you would think because all you have to do is look at the people around him and take them away by offering them different services in places where they can feel safe. Because I'll be honest with you, knowing that he has people in their 20s living with him makes me as a person extremely uncomfortable, considering the types of threats and things he's made over the years.
Well, the problem is we can't take away the internet and his phone and social media, and that's what he loves. He loves the attention from his viewers and critics and things
He
like
feeds
that.
off it. Yeah.
Exactly.
There's different ways to go about that. And I think from just what I've seen, the documentation here has shown me that he could easily be put into a 5150.
But it has to be
That's something a
by,
family
like,
member, it doesn't have to be voluntary. I promise you that.
well, no, not involuntary, but it has to be done by someone like his mother, and our mother will never do that, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Well, not necessarily. You as a sister, as somebody who's concerned, can also call that in. He's over 18 and 21. So at this point in time, he's a danger to himself or others. And you guys, all you need is that one TikTok video. That is enough to put him away, at least to get him under a psych, you know, 48 to 72 hours psych hold. And from there on, if they're supplied with enough of this information that you all have, he'll have to stay there for a while. That's how you get him in. I kind of do this as a job, sort of. So that's how you would do it. This, I guarantee you, he's watching. And I'm sorry, I'm not somebody who likes to misgender, but I too do not feel that he is actually trans.
But what you're saying is true because I remember working in the emergency room
Yep.
and we would get adult patients in with their like their sister or whatever, and they would literally go to the court and sign
Yep.
these papers so you can get a hold put on him for 72 hours. And then of course after
And
72 hours it goes back to the judge and they find out, should he stay for longer or not? And if the judge thinks that yeah, he still needs more help, that judge can sign another paper to keep him longer.
and he will not have any access to the internet, to
No.
his phone, to anything,
Yep.
which will take away the attention that he's craving. Because I guarantee he's watching this right now.
Yeah, what you said is right. Right on the, you hit it right on the money.
Well, even
That's
if Tara is not watching this right now, I know that Tara has a friend or two that actually will watch this everything and just tell Tara everything that I said bad or whatever, because it happened last time where I knew it was going to be a probability. Like there was the first live and I got thanked from them for being polite, letting Tara have ability to speak because like no matter how much I hate someone at first, if I don't actually know them or get their side of the story, I'm gonna give them the ability to defend themselves. But so
Right.
for the second one, when Tara didn't show up, I actually went and really bashed her a lot, and then they ended up like ratting everything out, which is fine. I don't care.
Hmm.
And then when I jumped into Bigo, one of the people was there, and yeah, so.
And not to distract, I just want to say you two are both
Mm.
beautiful.
Oh, thank
Thank you.
you.
I
You're
appreciate that.
welcome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is probably your best bet. And to even back that up, if he does have these people in his 20s living with him and they're afraid, once he's out of the house, they'll talk to someone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I've heard that he sex traffics them.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wait. It just took me a moment to process. What?
He sex, from what I've heard, and if I'm wrong, dogs, please correct me. He sex traffics the people that lives with him.
I have no clue about that, but I do
I
know
s-
that he. I do
swear
know
to
that
God,
he. I do
I
know
heard
that
it.
he does sex work and he sells his nudes online.
It's one thing to
And
sell your nudes online. It's a different thing to be a sex trafficker. That's
I don't
illegal.
know. Look,
And
I
Well,
don't
I
know if he
say
wrong.
does.
what I say
I've never
sex
heard that.
sex
That's new to me.
trafficking. I heard it a while ago, and
Hmm.
it was they were involved in what he was doing online. If these people are not of sound mind, if they ran away from home, if they don't have someplace safe to go, and he's taking any type of pornographic pictures of them,
Hmm.
especially if they have some type of mental health issue, again, that just goes against him as well. I may be
Yeah,
completely
true.
wrong. I'll say allegedly, but I am pretty sure that came up a few
Hmm.
times in the past.
Wow.
Look, the fact is, yeah, he's a degenerate, okay? And I don't know if he does that. And if he does that, I hope he burns in hell. And he's gonna burn in hell anyway. I know
Well, that's
that.
why I'm adding allegedly to it because I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
I heard it a few times.
He's not burning in hell because he's trans. He's gonna burn in hell because he doesn't believe and he's a piece of shit person.
Yeah.
Yepers.
Yeah, but no,
I,
he's but anyway, no, this thing about him doing that, I don't know anything about that. But the fact is, I do feel like he grooms young people. It's very obvious and very out there that he likes to go after young people.
about
And
that, dogs. Were you here earlier when I was talking about Buck Angel?
no, but hold on, man. I was
Like,
trying
go
to make
for
a
it.
point. There's like, have you seen his boyfriends? They all look young. Like, holy shit, he is grooming them. Okay, he's grooming young trans men. I don't know their situation or whatever. I don't know, but he's probably taking advantage of them, just like he took advantage of his other boyfriend.
And
So
that's
I
why
feel
I'm
like this
saying
is,
allegedly.
Yeah.
and I will agree that he is a predator in a way that he brings these fucking people in, he uses them, and then he
Hmm.
fucking oh thank you homie, and then he fucking uses them for advantage, like Joel for example. Like Joel paid for the house and fucking Thomas kicked him out. Fucking
Mhm.
yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Just a heads up. We are talking about Tara. I don't want people's names outside of Tara being brought up. So any of the people that Tara is dating, I don't want their names spoken about on
I'm
this
not. I
live.
don't know their
Okay.
names. I don't want to
Okay.
know. I don't
I
want to know
thought
their names. But
I thought you just gave out a name. So
no, I'm only
I
calling.
I
I'm
think
only calling. I'm dead naming Thomas because I don't respect him.
I thought I heard a different name. Okay.
I said Thomas because that's his real.
So,
That's his dead
and I
name.
just want to clarify, when you say trans men, are you actually referring to males that transition, are transitioning? Because,
Yeah, he takes advantage. He takes
yeah,
advantage
just
of
making
them.
sure.
He's a pre.
Okay.
I do feel like he's a predator towards
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Like how many like he fucking brings these fucking people in. Sometimes they'll leave and he'll bring more people in. It's just narcissistic
mhm.
behavior. I'm
Hmm.
and most of them are fucking young. Like it's just very predatory in my view that he does this.
Hmm. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, and I do believe he's a groomer.
Yeah.
about the groomer thing. Are you familiar with Buck Angel?
Yes.
No,
Um,
I'm not.
okay, Buck Angel. I reached out to Buck Angel via email, and Buck Angel got back to me and gave me some things in the email, but told me one particular part that he wanted me to tell Tara, and pretty much it was about like Tara is nothing but a whole bunch of other things, but a child groomer, and it's gonna get and the law enforcement's gonna come after this person. Basically. So,
He is a child groomer. I
yeah,
know this.
yeah.
I think a lot of people too
Mhm.
forget that when you say someone can be groomed, they can also be over 18. These can be people
Anyway, I
well
gotta get
into their
going.
20s,
Yeah.
by dogs, 20s, 30s, depending on their mental state. It's doable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the whole situation is just kind of scary and fucked up. But I hope I was a little bit of help. I have to go back to making dinner.
Nice meeting you.
All right. Thanks for
You as
popping up.
well.
I appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye bye. Ooh, and we lost Fat Ass Stocks as well.
Wow. That's a
Yeah.
lot. That is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
out.
personally feel so very sorry to Buck Angel and Blair White, Graham Allen, and all those other people that my brother just loves to torment and harass and berate online for attention. He,
Mm-hmm.
it, they're only doing good. They're not promoting bad or evil, and he's just instigating fights and oh, I want to fight Blair White, this and that, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, Blair White is not an evil, angry, violent person, and why would she stoop to that level? That's just stupid. But
Yeah.
there is someone who did rise to the occasion and did accept a fight
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
invitation from TJ, and she lives in Arizona, I believe. I'm not going to say her name or anything because I don't have permission to do so. But uh,
Uh, was it the one that was on TikTok?
yes,
That one's publicly known. You can go ahead and use that person's name because it's actually on their platform with their name already, so it's already public information.
okay, I think it's Leslie.
Lindsay.
Lindsay, okay.
Yep.
She lives in Arizona, and she got volunteers to pay for his flight out there, pay for the arena to have this so-called fight, and Thomas tucked tail and ran like a wuss, like I knew he would. And recently he accepted the fight invitation, and I'm just like, he's just gonna tuck tail and run again. He's just gonna tuck tail and run again. He's all talk and no show, and that is TJ. He will never show up to any kind of fight. Number one, because he can't even get up off his damn couch. He That's where he lives, is on his couch. Uh, he will not get up off the couch. He can't even uh, walk 50 feet without huffing and puffing because he smoked, he vaped. He's got probably all kinds of lung damage from all those chemicals he ingested. So there is no way in hell he would win against her. But I'm all for it. I would pay to watch it,
Yeah.
honestly.
I would too.
Yeah. Same here.
Yep. I would actually pay to go in person to go watch it, and I'd probably make it into a YouTube video. But like on my last stream, last Saturday, there were some people that like I would go there, and as soon as Tara goes to hit Lindsay, I would jump in the middle and beat his ass. I would stop him. Because I think it was dogs, if I remember correctly. That was like, I'm not gonna let Tara hit a woman. So
Shit.
I don't even think he would be able to have the chance to connect. I think she would be so quick, she would knock him out before he could ever have a chance to strike. Honestly, he's
Yeah,
that out of shape.
it's crazy. I wonder how much of his inability to move around and being out of shape is like his fault, and how much of it is Crohn's, and how much of it is because of the medication he has to take for Crohn's. It's like I'm wondering like how much of like all of his health conditions are actually his fault and not because of his Crohn's disease.
Okay, he had a bad flare up um, quite a few years ago, and yes, he
Hmm.
was put on steroids, which makes you gain weight. Yes, initially, but once you're off those steroids, you can lose that weight, whatever you gained. Um, with his most recent procedure he had to give his bowels a rest, he had a colostomy bag put in.
Hmm.
So his waste would go into a bag instead of his colon to give that flare up some time to die down and heal.
Hmm.
And uh, it then was repaired. And as far as I know, he hasn't had another flare up. But the reason why he's still overweight is because of what he's eating, per our mother. She tells me he's stuffing his face with mozzarella sticks and all this pasta and all these garlic breadsticks and all these fried fatty foods. And it's like, well, no wonder he hasn't lost any weight.
Hmm.
And he recently told our mother that he is going on Ozempic, one of those injectables to make him lose weight. And I said, "Is that a smart idea? Giving uh, a medication that has bad side effects on the stomach and intestines to someone with Crohn's?" And evidently, his doctor thinks so. So he's evidently on some sort of injectable to lose the weight for him, the lazy way. And
Hmm.
he says, "I don't care. I'll take any side effects. I'm tired of being fat." And I'm just like, well, why doesn't he do what I do? Just cut out all the starches, kind of adapt a carnivore type diet. I've lost over 130 pounds on it. So uh,
Hmm.
it does work, but it works very slowly. And he wants the kind of get skinny quick magic pill like everybody
Hmm.
else does. And that's not always the right choice or the safe choice, because
Hmm.
people have died from the Ozempic and the other injectables. And I've seen patients in the hospital in the ICU from having, bariatric surgery in these outpatient centers end up in the ICU because something went wrong in the operating room. And uh, now they're on life support. So bariatric surgery is not the answer either. It has killed many people and made people on something called TPN, total peripheral nutrition. And
Hmm.
that's basically liquid food that goes into your veins, arteries, and yeah, in order to survive. And it's no way to live. So TJ thinking that this Ozempic is going to be the magic pill is not the answer, because he's not diabetic and he's probably going to have an adverse side effect because of all of his intestinal issues he does have.
Hmm.
Yeah.
One person in chat said about the weight loss pills, said that no doctor would give a Crohn's patient those meds. At least I think that's what they were referring to.
I don't know about what pills he was taking, but he said he was approved for the Ozempic and he's just waiting for it. So
Hmm.
I don't know.
I wonder how much of this is like wishful thinking because I'm not going to go into too much detail, even though Tara said some of these things publicly. Tara is claiming that they went to a consultation for face feminization surgery or FFS. And when I was talking to Tara on Bigo about it, Tara did not know the basic things about FFS, such as like getting like a bone scan. They only took pictures of the outside and didn't do a bone scan whatsoever. So I'm just like, did you really go to a consultation? They didn't explain any of this to you. So
See,
because
Yeah, 'cause they explain.
I was
exactly all about the details. He's lying. I don't think he.
mhm,
Oh,
yeah. I have a video of it as well if someone wants to challenge me on it. But I explained like, hey, like, what about your forehead? You need to get some forehead work done or whatnot, or if not, it doesn't really matter. But like a lot of people have like a hollow patch behind their forehead, and like I think it's like 90% of the people have that.
Yeah.
So in order for them to know what they can do with for face feminization surgery, they need to do like these bone scans, not just take external pictures, so that they can see like what exactly do you have a hollow patch back there, like how thick your bone is, and or whether or not you have like a solid patch. So and Tara didn't know like something as basic as this. So
yep.
yeah,
He's
Because
lying.
on any of these surgeries, you have to go through a consultation and everything and really make sure.
yeah.
So
The only
I don't know.
consult
If Tara,
that I
sorry,
know
go
of
ahead.
he went to was a I believe it's called top surgery,
yeah.
Hmm.
and the doctor said he was way too overweight and he needed to
Hmm.
lose a lot of weight before he would even consider doing top surgery on him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that, and you have to have a letter from your therapist, and it's a lot. It really is because I just had top surgery last week.
Mhm.
So
And I know I'll be preaching to Ali about this because you're more qualified than I am to speak on this. But I've heard that like if people are overweight, that there's like a huge risk of like having complications and then like infections and all this other stuff. So people need to be have their weight lower. So like obviously, I feel like you would know this way better than me. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, because you're not in your optimum health.
hmm,
You're overweight. Your cardiovascular system is working at overtime, and uh, things like that. So, surgery is not optimal for those who are overweight, only in extreme emergent situations.
yeah. And Lily made a good point. But unfortunately, lots are getting fast tracked on the surgeries. Yes, I actually
yeah.
have a friend who came to me was said that they were trans for the wrong reasons, and then when I found out that they were transitioning, they started hormones, and then 1 month later went and got top surgery and bottom surgery.
Well, it's like Lily just. Oh,
Yeah. So go ahead.
yeah.
Um,
It's like Lily just said. If you're doing the right, there should be lots of therapy and gatekeeping. Yeah, I agree.
yeah. About therapy and gatekeeping, like one thing I don't understand is why like people are trying to advocate for getting like less like I like guess gatekeeping. Like it makes sense in like in certain circumstances, but I think getting rid of therapy and allowing people to get letters on the very first visit and getting rid of having to go to a therapy to get hormones is a completely way to do things.
Oh,
So yeah.
Yeah, that's how it was back then.
Hmm.
Our aunt um, is gay, and she was dating someone. And I'm like, well, this guy has been around. Are we supposed to call him uncle or just his name, or who is this guy? Because he's been around a while. And our dad finally sat us down and told us that our aunt was gay and that this person is actually female but lives as a man, and had his breast removed, and uh, it just lives as a man now. And
Hmm.
um, he told us that he had to go through years of therapy and everything and be declared, transsexual and this gender dysphoria stuff. And it took years to do this. And for people to go in for one appointment and get their letter, it's just flabbergasting to me as a nurse.
I was one of the streamers I'm friendly with. I was debating someone yesterday, and I went into the opposition's stream, and they were claiming that no one's getting no minors getting surgeries, and no one's getting these hormones on their first visit, yada yada yada. And I like let them know like, yes, they are. Here's the statistics, and if you need a letter right away, this is where you go. It's happening, and if you and informed consent, it's a thing. You can go to this place, this place, this place, this place, this place, this place. It does happen, so stop it. And then I got kicked.
Wow.
So
If it's not
yeah.
happening, why are they so concerned about these laws being passed that
Hmm.
are making it illegal to give kids puberty blockers and all these chemicals and stuff? Why are they so upset? If it's not happening, you
Yeah.
shouldn't be tripping,
Hmm. Yeah. So and let me see. What is it? Yeah, Lily makes a good point here. Lily says this is a huge decision, and transition is a very huge decision. I can only speak for myself. I know for me, like I went to the therapist because I had these feelings like all my life, and I went to the therapist when I came to a crossroads where I was like, hey, I have to do something. That I can't live like this no more. And so I went to a therapist and told her like, hey, I have this problem. This is how I feel. I want to figure out what's going on. And I want transition to be the absolute last resort. But it seems like now people are just doing away with that, and the therapists are not allowed to push back. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
but Lily says this is a huge decision, and even if you do truly have gender dysphoria, transition might not be the best choice for everyone, and that's very true.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I did it the same way, Cassie. I mean,
mhm,
I went to go talk to a therapist. I really wanted to make sure, and even after one appointment, I still wanted more. I needed to make sure before I started my transition.
mhm. I know for me, like I went to therapy at the time. It was by double path in 2011. You had no, not 2011. I misspoke. In 2013, like the requirements were that I had to go to therapy for like 3 months. I got my letter after 3 months, and then my appointment for the endocrinologist was, and there was a backlog. So 4 months of therapy, I went to the endocrinologist, and then I got my prescription. Even when I got my prescription, it was an injection. I took it, put the cap back on the syringe needle, set it on my computer, and just stared at it for like an hour. And I was like, "Is this really?" Because there's like no matter like how sure I am about something, there's always that part of my brain like what if you're wrong?
Hmm. Yeah.
So, but then I was like, you know what? I'll find out really soon if this was the wrong choice. So it
Yeah.
wasn't. But I'm not going to be like, oh my God, this. Nope, not
Yeah.
yet. So.
The one thing that concerns me with even adults taking these artificial hormones and everything is the long-term ramifications. Like, what is it going to do to your male body taking, female hormones? And then
Mhm,
same for the opposite. What is it going to do to the women's body taking, all this testosterone? It can kill your liver, your kidneys, it can
mhm,
even give you cancer. And
yeah,
I'm just like, is it really worth, injecting all these chemicals? Can't you just live a feminine, life, kind of like Jeffree Star? He looks fabulous. Oh my God, he's
yeah,
so beautiful.
mhm,
He just, lives a feminine lifestyle and doesn't take any chemicals and isn't harming his body in any way. And that's what I fear for all these people injecting themselves with all these
mhm,
chemicals. What are the long term ramifications of taking them?
yeah, yeah. Sadly, I don't think there has been enough trans people over time to really get like a true like statistic for like all the effects, but yeah, there are signs that like if someone does transition, that they're going to have like a shorter lifespan, and then depending on like what kind of meds you take. Like I know if you do like intramuscularly, it doesn't affect your like your liver so much, but if you take like pills, I think it
Yes.
does. And then a lot of trans people don't actually get bottom surgery, for instance. So if they're like male to female, they're going to, unless they take enough estrogen to suppress the testosterone, they have to take a testosterone blocker, and one very common one is spironolactone,
Yeah,
and that one kills your kidneys. And yeah, there's so many things. So this is definitely not the choice for like everyone. And then if you do it, the other, you probably most likely shortening your lifespan if you do it. So yeah, it's not something that someone should do just free willy nilly.
Yeah.
So there was. Here we go. Lily White says, no one is getting it, in quotations. The D-Trans Reddit is full of stories of people getting gender-affirming care after a 15-minute intake. So I like I can't really talk about the D-Trans people, but I've heard stories and know people personally that have been able to get not get their like, the care, but get their letters, for instance, after one visit.
that's crazy.
But mm, so check the stories. Let me see. Ooh,
And
there's
if they're getting their letter after a 15-minute visit,
yeah.
that you know how I feel about that. I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, I think that's malpractice.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
for sure.
this is a crazy one. My friend Silent saw her. Oh, maybe the person's name is Silent, or maybe my friend Silent saw her 6-month-old baby playing with a doll. So her son has lived as a girl since then.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Did you see the video? It went viral a while back where it was like a young boy that was like live streaming and was saying, "Oh, I'm not part of the LGBT, but like my mom's forcing me to be. She doesn't care like what part I am." It
I
was
didn't
No.
see
crazy.
that.
I've seen it. It was yeah. Oh, sister-in-law. Okay, so my friend's sister-in-law, her 6-month-old. Okay, got it. All right. Yeah. Oh, do you have anything else, Ali, to talk about Tara? Anything that has come up that you forgot to talk about in the past or anything like that? So, anything at all?
And there's just so much. I mean, we'd be here all night. There's just
Yeah.
all night.
I just know that like I don't want to, after today. I'll probably get to talk to you again in the future, and then it's not about Tara. After today, other than maybe making a short video, which I might not even do that now. I'm not going to give this person any more attention. I'm going to do exactly what Blair White did for Jessica Neve and not give them the attention.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep. Cassie, what you just said is true because the more attention we give this person,
Mm-hmm.
it's just more for them.
Yep.
So why even give them just anything?
Yeah. So, holy moly. Lily White says that the D-Trans Reddit is currently like 55,000 strong. You can't join unless you prove to the admin satisfaction that you are generally trans and wanting to detrans. So I can't imagine the burden the admins have because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people. Because for those in here, I'm pretty maybe there might be some people in here that don't know all of like the internal politics of the trans community. Detrans people are often seen as traitors to the trans community, or the trans community likes to pretend that detransitioners don't exist at all, and will cast them aside as if they're not a problem. So I can imagine the burden that these admins have trying to actually make a decision on whether or not someone has detransitioned. Now that one should be a little easier to determine, but whether or not someone is actually wanting to detransition, I can't imagine. I can't
Yeah.
imagine being in that position. So yeah, yeah. So alrighty. So if no one else has any other questions or anything to say up, I've been live for over 2.25 hours. I think I'm probably gonna wrap it up here unless there's anything else.
So this has been good. Thank you so much for allowing me to come in.
Of
Yeah.
course.
If
So
TJ is watching, please accept that fight invitation to Arizona. Please, I'm begging you.
yeah, if Ali, since I already have your contact info, if I ever hear anything about it, I'll be sure to reach out to you. Okay.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. And everyone in chat, I just want to give y'all a shout out. I reached my 100 subscriber count that I needed. We actually went over it by one. So in
Yes.
my very first 30 days on YouTube, I got over 100 subs, and I thank you so much. And thank you, Ash, for being here. Thank you, Ali, for being here. Everyone in chat, thank you so much for being here. And I love you. And I will see you in the next live or the next video. All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Cassie. Talk to you in a while. Nice meeting you.
You
Bye bye.
too.